With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got... A great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because the goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On play action. Now Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Give them 18 on that one. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing now is Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end, and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And Anderson's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. And here we go on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Escaping the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Bobby Wagner able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing.
And no escaping this time as yards. He'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Time to step aside. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Bortles. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down now after the pass completion. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Carr. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Carr going to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, LA! Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams add on to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't. So second and 10 here. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is caught at the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 2nd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Carr dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Now Bortles. It's caught. Nelson. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, L.A. Robbie Anderson, 83 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he caught up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Returnable here from the 38. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. From the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Offense looks to punch it in here, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's at least
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And quickly they get to the line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw here. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Carr going to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
Carr now on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense